Hello and welcome back to Twins Reviews. Today we're reviewing and comparing the Samson G Track Pro to the Blue Yeti. Let's get into it.
Hello everyone, welcome to the unboxing portion of the video. Before we get started, I do want to thank you guys for 200 subscribers. At the moment of filming our IRL portion of the video, we weren't actually on 200, so I thought I'd mention it in this portion of the video. Thank you so much. We will continue to provide you guys with some high quality reviews and other fun stuff. Anyway, let's go to the unboxing of the Samson G Track Pro. The packaging looks pretty similar to the Samsung Satellite that we have reviewed. You can check it out in the top right hand corner. It looks pretty similar, but basically a bigger box because the Samson G Track Pro is way bigger. In the box, you just receive the microphone, obviously, and a cord, USB cord that plugs from your microphone into the computer with using a USB 2.0, as well as a mount that you can use for mounting your microphone somewhere else besides the mount that is already mounted to the microphone. And this is basically the microphone. It looks great, packed with a ton of features, and we will go ahead and explain that to you in the next portion of the video. Alright, so that was the unboxing portion of the video. The flow that we're going to follow is we're going to go ahead and talk about all the features on the Samson G Track Pro, and then we're going to jump into the sound room. We're going to compare this microphone sound to the Blue Yeti microphone, and then we'll just evaluate it. I do want to say before we jump into the reviewing, this microphone is around 124, somewhere around in that range. Just make sure you're buying from Samsung Technologies. I think that's their name on Amazon, because the other companies mark it up a lot.
We also want to say thank you to Samsung for sending us this microphone. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And if you want to go ahead and consider getting this yourself, the Amazon link will be down in the description. If you use our link, that helps us out a little bit.
Alright, well, let's start off by talking about some of the features of this microphone. First, I do want to say that this microphone has got this kind of square build to it. I do like the square build designs on microphones. It's also made out of metal, which makes it pretty heavy. It's on the heftier side for sure, and it's also quite large, so it will take up a good portion of your desk when you use it.
Comparing it to the Blue Yeti, the Samson G Track Pro is actually a bit heavier, and but it is a little bit shorter because the Blue Yeti kind of extends a little bit where the stand part is. But comparing it to the Blue Yeti, this has more features for sure, and hopefully they kind of land in the same ballpark, the Blue Yeti and the Samson G Track Pro, in sound quality, as you'll later hear in the sound room when we jump into that. But the Samson G Track Pro offers a bit more features, which we'll talk about now.
Yeah, well, as you can see on the first side of it, you got your, to start off from this kind of top right portion, you got the different types of, the different microphone types. So you got the figure 8, you got the cardioid mode, and you got the omnidirectional mode. So those are just different types of ways the microphone can pick up your sound.
And comparing that to the Blue Yeti, that's basically also there offered in the Blue Yeti as well.
Yeah, then you also, the second bit to that on the left side here, as you can see, it's a mono or a 2-track. So what 2-track means is basically you can record 2 different tracks at once. So if you're recording a guitar or like your voice, you can record like both of those kind of at the same time.
Yeah, and expanding on that a little bit, basically the way it works is it has this in with the cords, so like some guitars, electrical guitars can go in here,
yeah,
pianos, MIDI keyboards, depending on if you have the plug, the specific plug, and we actually have that in the B-roll. You can take a look at that. And basically what the 2-track does is it records one in the right ear and one in the left ear, and then you can just later in like Audacity or whatever, Fruity Loop Studios or whatever you're using, you can actually just split that back up into right, left, and there you have 2 tracks going at once. So if you're recording music with a guitar, this is probably a good option for you, because you don't have to play and sing at different times and then sync it up. You can just do it all at once. So that is a pretty huge plus on the Samson G Track Pro, and maybe one of the factors that can bring you in to buy this, because the Blue Yeti offers nothing like this.
Yeah, moving on next, as you can see, you got all your standard stuff here. You got your mute button, obviously, which is I think is pretty important. Then you got the like the mic knob, then you got this instrument knob, which we'll talk about in a second, and also the volume knob at the bottom.
Yeah, and the mute button is actually very soft. For instance, on the Blue Yeti, when you use it in Discord, you can promptly hear the mute button being pushed. However, with this one, it's a little bit less stealthier, which I also like. Now, talking about the knobs, there's the mic knob, obviously, which controls your gain.
Yeah.
Blue Yeti offers that. A bunch of other microphones offer that. It's pretty a good feature. Then we also have the gain knob on the instrument, which, as we already said, it plugs in there. So you can control the volume in here. Then you also have the volume knob, which you can actually plug in your headphones through. There's a plug right above the other one. You can just plug in the headphones and you'll be able to hear stuff. If you're using wired headphones, you can hear. You don't have to put it into your computer if it's somewhere far away. You can just do it from here.
And of course, obviously, you got your on-off switch in the back of the microphone. Pretty standard stuff there.
This microphone also comes off of the stand, as so does the Blue Yeti. So you can put it on boom arms or whatever they're called, so that is also an option for you. And yeah, that's basically all the features. It also has this anti-slide cover thingy on the bottom, so it won't really slide too much. And yeah, that's basically all of the features of the Samson G Track Pro. Now let's jump into the sound room. We will compare the Blue Yeti sound with the Samson sound, and we'll go right in. Hello, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Right now you are hearing the Blue Yeti raw audio, which means it's unedited. I also have the window open, so any background noise that you hear is from that. I left it on purpose so you could test out or compare the background noise rather. I'll also mention that I am about a foot away from the microphone, and I have the keyboard behind the microphone, and I'll start actually pressing some keys right now. This is in cardioid mode, so basically this should be behind the pickup pattern of the Blue Yeti microphone. Hello, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Right now I am using the Samson G Track Pro microphone in the same scenario that I just described with the Blue Yeti. This is the raw sound, so unedited. We have the same scenario with the window open. I'm about the same distance away from the microphone, and right now I'll touch some keys on my keyboard, which is behind the microphone. It is pretty close, but behind. So yeah, that's the Samson G Track. Hello, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is the Blue Yeti edited sound. I edited it in Premiere Pro. Some tweaks, some boosting of the audio. This is how it sounds with the boosting. So pretty nice, I would say. And yeah, that's the test of the Blue Yeti microphone. Hello, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is the Samson G Track Pro with edited sound. I edited this in Premiere Pro once again, boosted some of the lows and the highs, just to make my voice sound a bit better. So yeah, this is the test of the Samson G Track Pro on cardioid mode in mono.
Alright, well that was the sound room. As you can see, they're both kind of in the same ballpark for sound quality as we mentioned before. Both I'd say pretty good sounding microphones, definitely in the higher quality, top tier kind of sound quality, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You're probably gonna be this one and the Blue Yeti probably strike the USB plug and play microphones as one of the higher tier ones, so for sure. And as you heard in the sound, comparing that a little bit, this one picks up a little bit less background noise, but this one also has like sharper S's and those annoying kind of sounds, I guess, the S, T's, and all those sounds, as you could clearly hear compared to the Blue Yeti. But it's not anything bad. It's just one of them things, you know.
Alright, now on to the pros and cons section of the video. For the cons, definitely I do want to mention that this microphone is on the heftier side. It's definitely bigger. It weighs slightly more than the Blue Yeti. I don't really see myself traveling with it. If that's something you plan on doing, I wouldn't recommend this microphone for that.
Depending on the placement as well, it could block your desktop viewing. I kind of have to put it off to the side.
Right, it's definitely on the bigger side. So if that's something that bothers you, or you don't have much space on your setup, then it's probably not going to be for you. And one more thing about this microphone is it's definitely more on the expensive end. $124 obviously isn't cheap, but what I do have to say is that you are getting that good sound quality, as I mentioned before.
Yeah, and the pros about this microphone, obviously the sound quality is great, especially with editing it. It's super fantastic. So you can definitely use this for voiceovers, recording vocals. Unfortunately, we aren't vocalists, so we can't really show you how well this microphone performs. If you really want to see it though, like we can try, and just leave it down in the comments if you really want to see us trying to use this for vocals. Or maybe trying to plug in an instrument and doing that at the same time to demonstrate, we can just let us know in the comments. Another pro about this microphone is you got, as I said, the instrument, the 2-track. It's probably the best feature on this microphone is recording in 2-track. So that's a good thing as well. Mute button, everything else is solid about this microphone. So hopefully this helped you make the decision on whether you're gonna buy this or pass on it.
Alright, and that was it for the review portion of this video. Please make sure to check out our Instagram at twinsreview. It's in the description down below. We're currently running a giveaway for a smartwatch. Please do check that out. Also, please check out our blog. It's a website. We post reviews on products that we haven't reviewed and products that we have reviewed. We post some movie reviews and games reviews and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty interesting. Make sure to check that out. Make sure to hit subscribe, like the video, all notifications, and that's pretty much it.
Bye.
See ya.